Her Honor, the Vice President's question time. The Honorable Member for Vubwi. So we make progress. Question for oral answer, understanding order 82. The Honorable Member for Lundazi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The people of Lundazi want answers from question 126.
The Honorable Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, Honorable Brenda Nyirenda asked the Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security the following questions. A, whether the government is aware that 2 people have been killed and another injured in the last 1 month in Lundazi district following attacks on people riding motorbikes. And B, if so, what measures the government is taking to safeguard the lives of the people in the district. Our response, Madam Speaker. In responding to the questions raised by the Honorable Member for Lundazi constituency, the Ministry would like to respond as follows. A, government is aware of criminal activities that have occurred in Lundazi district in Eastern Province in the last 1 month. The Zambia Police Service recorded 2 murders and aggravated robbery cases following attacks on people riding motorbikes as follows. 1. On 4th October 2024 at 22:40 hours, the Zambia Police Service received a report of murder through Lundazi Police Station in which a teacher at Mankanka Primary School in Lundazi district reported that they were attacked on their way back home from Mwasi area after attending the 2024 Teachers' Day celebration. Together with Mr. Fred Musinda, age 31, a teacher at Kaviskeke Primary School of Zinyoni Village. Chief Kapichila in Lundazi district, who was murdered and robbed of his unregistered Gatoma motorcycle, red in color, valued at 25,000 kwacha, by 2 unknown criminals armed with sticks. The victim sustained a cut on the forehead and 3 other cuts on the head, a fractured arm, and a dislocation on the right shoulder, while the deceased sustained multiple head injuries and a fractured skull. Sticks were alleged to have been used in the act. These incidents occurred on 4th October 2024 around 22 hours along Mwase Munkanka Road, about 20 meters away from the Bowe turnoff in Lundazi district. Investigations have been instituted into the matter and no arrests have been made so far. 2. On 4th November 2024, at 04 hours, the Zambia Police Service received a report of murder, aggravated robbery through Lundazi Police Station, in which a male aged 30 of Ntitimila area in Lundazi district, also of Bottom Village, Chief Mwase in Lundazi district, reported that his nephew, Mr. Muzondi Moyo, aged 30, was murdered by 2 unknown persons armed with sticks after being attacked together with his 2 friends on their way back home from Chisinga area of Kasongo district in Malawi, where they had gone to watch football. The criminals also robbed them of an unregistered Sinola motorcycle, black in color, valued at 22,000 kwacha, a property of the deceased. The murder victim sustained a fractured skull and fractured lower jaw, while his 2 friends escaped unhurt. Sticks were alleged used in the act. This occurred on 3rd November 2024 around 20 hours at Kasungu National Park area in Malawi. 3. The brief facts are that on 3rd November, 2024, around 14 hours, Mr. Muzondo Moyo left his home together with his two friends and went to Chisinga area of Kasungu district in Malawi to watch a football match using an unregistered Sinola motorcycle black in color. After watching the match around 17:30 hours, the trio decided to drink some beer within Chisinga area before returning back home around 19:30 hours. While riding back home, the victims reached at Kasungu National Park area where they were attacked by two unknown persons armed with sticks. And in the process, the rider, Mr. Muzondi Moyo, was hit on the head with a stick. The trio fell off the bike as the rider lost control of it. Thereafter, the two friends managed to escape, leaving their friend lying unconscious. Upon reaching the Zambian side, they informed the relatives to the deceased about the incident, who later made a follow-up and found Mr. Muzondi Moyo lying dead with two big sticks around him. The motorbike was stolen. Later, the body was picked and taken to Lundazi police station, where the matter was reported. Officers inspected the body of the deceased and discovered that he sustained a fractured skull and fractured lower jaw. The body was deposited at Lundazi District Hospital, where postmortem was conducted, and results revealed that he died due to fractured lower jaw and skull, which led to internal bleeding, head bleeding. Later, relatives were advised to go ahead with burial. Investigations have been instituted into the matter to bring the culprits to book. B, measures to safeguard lives in the district. The Zambia Police Service has taken the following measures to protect the lives of citizens, especially motorbike riders in the Lundazi district. 1, intensified patrols across the district, focusing on areas with higher incidence of crime. 2, a collaborative effort with the Malawi Police Service through Interpol has been initiated to track and apprehend criminals who may be operating across the border and causing harm in both countries. 3, the Zambia Police Service have launched community engagement programs focusing on sensitizing motorbike riders and the general public about crime prevention and reporting. The community is being educated on how to stay alert, avoid risk routes, and report suspicious activities promptly. 4, the Zambia Police Service are working with the Road Transport and Safety Agency to enforce stricter registration and licensing procedures for motorbikes, ensuring that only authorized and law-abiding riders are operating. This will help reduce the number of unregistered and potentially stolen motorbikes being used for criminal activities. 5, government has placed a strong emphasis on improving intelligence gathering to prevent criminal activities before they occur. The security wings in border areas are using informants and other intelligence systems to track criminal networks. I have no doubt that once these measures are successfully implemented, crime against motorbike riders will reduce in Lundazi district. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. Before we go to supplementary questions, there was an indication, Honorable Member for Chiengi. What's the point of order?
Sorry, Madam Speaker. There was a member who was dozing. Now he's woken up. Thank you.
Okay, at least he is awake. Supplementary questions, the Honorable Member for Lundazi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Allow me to appreciate your office for admitting this matter, and special gratitude to the Second Deputy Speaker, who at least allowed the people of Lundazi to ask this question. Madam Speaker, it's quite sad that we lost a teacher, only 31 years old, and also Mr. Mzondi Moyo, only 30 years old. These are very viable and young people who could contribute to the development of this country. Allow me, through your powers, to just say condolences to the two families, and also to just say that the people of Lundazi should just remain strong and vigilant. Thank you, Madam Speaker. My follow-up question to the Minister of Home Affairs. The people in Lundazi are living in fear. Your office does not have fuel. Mwase area is about 40 kilometers away from the Boma. The police post in that area does not even have transport. How are you saying they are patrolling the area to make sure that the people are safe? How are they patrolling and yet they do not have even what to use? Not even just a motorbike, they don't have. Not even a bicycle, they don't have. How are you patrolling the areas? And there's only one police officer in Mwase area. So which police officers are patrolling that area? Honestly, I seek your serious answers because the people of Lundazi are waiting.
Yeah.
Thank you. The Honorable Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, in my response, I did mention that the police will be patrolling these areas. You are aware, Madam Speaker, through the courtesy of this House and the members of Parliament, we purchased motor vehicles for each constituency, including Lundazi constituency. They have a new Toyota Land Cruiser. And because we are aware of the areas that are particularly vulnerable to such attacks, the police are using that vehicle to do just that, to patrol the area. And I did mention that we are also engaging members of the public through community policing and intelligence work to ensure that we minimize the criminal activities. And I did mention that we are working with Interpol to ensure that we collaborate with our colleagues in Malawi so that we ensure that this particular criminal activities does not continue occurring in Lundazi. Madam Speaker, as you may have noted, one of the deaths did not occur in Lundazi. It occurred in Malawi. And that is why we have taken it upon ourselves to ensure that we work with our colleagues in Malawi. And I did indicate that some of these motorbikes which are being stolen in Zambia do not remain in Zambia. They are being taken in neighboring countries. Hence the need for us to continue collaborating. Further, Madam Speaker, I just want to inform this House. I know that I did mention yesterday that we have been graced with a gift of motor vehicles by the People's Republic of China. They have given us 80 motor vehicles. They are not yet in the country, but they will be available soon. It will go a long way to supplement the good works of the Zambia Police Service. I don't dispute, Madam Speaker, that the transport situation in the police service is poor. It's poor. Even one constituency like Lundazi, one vehicle is not adequate. If the honorable members can be courteous again to buy another Land Cruiser, it will go a long way. It's for the use and the benefit of our people. It's not just the one vehicle which I'm talking about, Honorable Member of Parliament. I'm talking about other measures. The vehicle is one. They are using it to patrol. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Kasenengo.
Madam Speaker, thank you for the opportunity to ask a follow-up question to the Minister of Home Affairs. Madam Speaker, these crimes, we have lived with them for some time. I think, as far as I know, especially in the last 2 years, we have seen people being attacked, losing property, especially motorbicycles and even bicycles themselves. And we have not seen any heightened response from the police. Now that the ministers mentioned here that they're using police and Interpol and the community policing, when did you start doing this, Honorable Minister? Or you are now firefighting? This is when you have started. Because we have not seen any action from the central government through your ministry to fight these crimes. We have seen a lot of bicycles, especially in these border towns, unregistered. And your officers, police officers, are there watching them. Up until now, if you're asked, Honorable Minister, how many motor bicycles have been stolen into the foreign country, you would not know because almost all of them are not registered. So how are you policing when you do not have records? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, this is a specific question for a specific area, Lundazi district, so let's not open it too wide. The Honorable Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I would like to dispute the assertion that these crimes started occurring 2 years ago. We have had a lot of these incidences, Madam Speaker, in the Eastern Province. You are aware that Eastern Province is one of the provinces that is rich in terms of ownership of bicycles and motorbikes. It's a fact, and that's the truth. These incidences of thefts, they have been going on for quite some time. And we have arrested a number of people. We have recovered some motorbikes. Yes. The truth is that we may not have achieved the required success stories. But I can confirm to you that there is much that is being done. And even in my response, I've informed you the measures we are taking together with the community. You cannot fight crime without involving the community. Some of these criminals, Madam Speaker, live within the community. Members of the public who know who are involved in these criminal activities. Hence our desire to work with the community, including the members of Parliament, so that we ensure that we nab this sad scenario of criminal activities in Eastern Province. And unfortunately, Madam Speaker, unfortunately, whether it's unfortunate or fortunately, the boundaries in the Eastern Province are not well defined in a number of areas. You'll find in one area, I can't just remember the names of the villages, you'll find that the kitchen is in Malawi, the sitting room is in Zambia. They keep on trekking, crossing the border within the same area. It's difficult to police because the people are one. They are one people. Our people don't recognize these borders. You know, as far as they are concerned, they are living with their relatives. Even what we call this, this cross-border crimes of smuggling. The people in the border areas, Madam Speaker, they don't believe in smuggling. They will tell you that, no, we are just sharing with our relatives across. That's how it is. So we just need to find ways and means to ensure that we curb crime in these areas. We are doing everything possible. But as I've said, there are inadequacies in terms of transport, which we are trying to alleviate. in the police service. But with your support, and I know that the Honorable Member of Parliament for Lundazi will be gracious enough to buy us another Land Cruiser this coming year for the benefit of our people. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. The Honorable Member for Lundazi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I find some of the answers from the minister where he says the kitchen is in Zambia, then the sitting room is in Malawi, to be a bit off course, especially that we have lost lives here. Honorable Minister, I don't know, maybe you have a problem or I don't know what to say. You have just graduated police officers in Kamfinsa, here at Lilai, in Sondela. You have one police officer. So you do follow that? Yes, I do follow because I am a representative of the people. Now, I want to find out from you. This question just required you to give us more police officers in Lundazi. What is wrong with your office informing us today to say some of the police officers, because this definitely where you are saying that you are patrolling, it's a lie. You are not doing that, you are just being diplomatic.
Order, Honorable Member for Lundazi.
Why don't you
Honorable
send
Member
us...
for Lundazi.
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Order. Please just ask questions based on facts. Don't use words which are unparliamentary. Please withdraw the words lying.
I withdraw the words lying, Honorable Minister, because I want you to really do something for our people in Lundazi. Honorable Minister, the question that I have for you is, wouldn't you be kind enough to send us some of the officers whom you have just graduated to Lundazi and send us, or if it's possible, employ the people from Lundazi because those, they will run away again. It is important that you also pick some of the locals from there. You recruit them so that they can remain there, because these, when you send them, they will come back to your office and they'll be asking for transfers. I submit, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, for the first time in the last 10 years, we as UPND have recruited policemen from every constituency of this country.
Order, order. What's happening?
Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker.
Order, Honorable Minister.
Madam.
As the time is 10:40, I suspend business for 20 minutes for a health break.